Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Today's job, or this morning's job, I've got a impey level deck system to fit in this room. What we've got, there's a little bit of hopefulness yet because I'm not 100% sure whether this is going to fit yet, but obviously we've got a little bit of a weird shaped wall here. So I'm hoping the customer has actually spoken to impey. They've provided all the stuff, the customer on this job. They were going to be able to cut the corner off the tray. I know you can on the impey, but I don't know if you can cut that much off. So we'll have a look at that in a second. What I'm actually going to be doing, I need to brace all this floor first, but I'm actually going to be fitting the tray on top of this plywood because they're having electric underfloor heating and they're going to hardy back the rest of the floor. So this will be chipboard. And then they're going to hardy back it, so that'll be completely level when it's all done. It'll start to make sense as we go along anyway. So yeah, I need to get all the prep work done. That is my impey level deck system. Obviously I'll show you it as we go along. So yeah, that's this morning's job, and we'll get a few tools and then crack straight on with it. We'll just mark around the edge so we know where to put our noggins. What we need to do is we need to strengthen this up where the edge of the tray sits all the way around. Obviously where we've got waste pipes and stuff, I'll just have to notch over the top, and obviously we've got a soil pipe going through that one. So yeah, we'll do our best. We need this nice and strong and nice and sturdy, and obviously we need this base completely flat and level. Actually not too bad. About bang on that way. What's it like this way? Yeah, it's not a million miles away that actually. If you don't get this, if you don't get your prep work right, everything else will be wrong. So we need this completely solid. So I'm just going to cut some bits of 4x2 just to support the edge. Obviously I'm a plumber, not a joiner, so my cuts aren't going to be perfect. But yeah, they'll be fine as long as it's nice and strong. Right, that's got the edges of this tray all nicely supported, so we've got a nice solid base. It is solid as well. What I'm going to do is mark around, I'm going to use this plywood as a template to mark around that impey, and I'm hoping, well I'll show you in a second, but there's pieces underneath like hexagonal pieces where you can cut back. So we need to cut this corner off, but we can't cut any of the main structure of the tray. So we'll have a look at that. This is the bit where it could all go wrong. These are the bits that you can obviously cut off. You can't cut into this main centerpiece here. One thing I haven't got is the waste kit with it. This is what sometimes happens when the customers provide this stuff. I told them what to get. I told them to get the horizontal waste outlet kit because they do a vertical and horizontal. Obviously I haven't got that. It doesn't matter too much. We can still get the tray in, but obviously can't do the waste. But these wastes are really good because you can spin them where you want to miss the joist. So as long as we leave our waste pipe under here, it'll be perfect anyway. We'll be able to get over it afterwards. So what I'm going to do is lay this plywood down, and then I'm hoping, I think we'll just about be okay. If you're wondering what they are, I think they're like a fibre reinforced material. They are heavy, but not like a resin tray. Obviously I can lift this on my own, or obviously a resin tray you wouldn't be able to lift. Obviously that's back side of it, that's top side of it. Right, I think the reason they've gone for a longer one is because obviously if you shove that template that way, obviously you fall on the solid bit, which we can't cut. So what I'll have to do is centralise it out, obviously cut a strip off that end, cut the same strip off that end, and then go along there, something like that. Obviously you're supposed to cut these with a wood saw, but I find they actually cut quite well with the angle grinder. I think impey say cut them with a wood saw, but cut them how you want as long as it doesn't damage the tray. So what I'll do is get all that set up. Obviously I'll measure the gap, that end, make sure it's the same gap, draw down there, and we can cut that off and get that tray fitted then. Right, I've centralised up the gap, so we've got a 145mm gap either side, and it's nice and square. So we've got 145mm that end. Obviously we've got it the right orientation, so I can draw around this now. Now we can get this cut off. something like that would be perfect. Obviously what you can do, if you're not sure, test bit on a cut that you're not going to be using. So what I might just do is run the grinder down, make sure it cuts okay, and then we'll just run it all the way around.
At 29 and I find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer.
As you can see, doing it that way, you get a nice clean cut. Obviously, impey say wood saw, you do what you want as long as it cuts it nice. We'll get that hole cut out on the plywood and we can get that screwed in then. I'm going to get all this base screwed down. I've just swung that waste pipe round so it's centre, and we'll be able to connect this up from above. That's a good thing with the impey trays. You can connect everything in from above and obviously test all your waste pipe and stuff. If we had the trap, obviously I ain't got the trap. But yeah, I'll just get all this screwed down and then we'll get the tray sat on. Obviously you want to mark out where your services are underneath so you're not screwing into anything. I'm only using short little diddy ones, but they will work. Obviously we need to make sure this base, as I've already said at the start, is completely level all the way around. You can actually lay your tray straight on the joist if you wanted, but I don't want to on this because I want to pack mine up a little bit because we've got hardy back going down. So, as I say, they are designed obviously to be three quarters of an each stick, or 21mm for the chipboard. But so I'm doing it like this on this one because that's how I want it. So I've got this base all screwed down now, and we are as near as damn it level in every corner. That'll be absolutely perfect. As I say, it needs to be bang on, otherwise your built-in falls on the tray won't work. So we'll get the tray in next and we'll get that screwed down on top of this. Might be a little bit tight. Just a little bit tight in that corner, so I can either chop into the brick or just take a little bit more off the tray. That will go back in then. It's probably because something's not quite square. It's probably the wall, and obviously the template below probably bowed a bit as it went in. Yeah, but we'll get that in and then get this screwed down. Right, I'm fairly happy with that. I'm not really going to get it much better. Impey provide all the screws, obviously. Very long ones to go around the outside. Your shorter ones screw the middle down. I don't know if they send the one for the wastegate in there as well. Probably not. Yeah, they send everything you need. And with these, you can see now, obviously if we'd been in the middle, we'd have been in trouble. But all we do with this is spin it to where we want. Obviously I really want it central of the tray if I can get it. But if not, I'd have to go something like that, the wastegate. And then we can connect that up from above, as I say. So yeah, they are good. Obviously I'm not going to fix that in place yet until I get the wastegate, but I can get it all screwed down around the outside. This is where the noggins on the outside come into play, because obviously we can just screw straight through and get a fix in. So we do that with everyone. Obviously I'm not going to get the ones where the pipes are, but in the instructions you say you can miss them. Obviously there's nothing I can do there where I've got the 4-inch going across, but the whole thing will be supported. The whole thing will be supported anyway. What I'm going to do, because I've cut the fixings off on the end, I'm going to countersink some extra fixings down the sides. Just using a countersink bit. I'm not sure we're supposed to, but that's what I'm going to do anyway. Can't see that causing an issue. If anything, it's improving it, isn't it? Right, that's got the base all screwed down. I've gone round all on the outside and screwed it. It's absolutely solid now. I mean, I'm not the lightest guy in the world, and it's nice and strong. They are really good trays. Obviously, I can't do any more with this until I get the wastegate. I've got they normally come with the working or the working horizontal ones, the waterless ones. Now, actually, a really good wastegate as well, because you can glue straight onto the solvent straight on, and they also come with a compression nut for push fit. So everything's glued up underneath, and you can obviously fit them from above. As I say, I'm not sponsored by Impey, but they do make plumber's life easy. I've done the AKW ones before, and the wastegates are so deep, and you've got no top access. You've got to connect that up first, and it's a right faff. Whereas these are absolutely brilliant. The shorter screws obviously just go around the outside, and obviously I'm not sure what they're doing with the walls. Obviously they're gonna have to tank all these. I'm not sure if it's being mermaid board or tiled. So all I've been asked to do is fit the shower base. Obviously the customers provided all the materials on this one. It's not how I normally work, but yeah, as I say, if I'd been having the stuff, I would have obviously made sure the wastegate and everything was here with it. So yeah, that's as much as I can do. Obviously I've done my best. It's all cut in, obviously fitted to manufacturer's instructions. Obviously all the sides are supported. So yeah, obviously the joiner can get the rest of his floor down now. Obviously they'll chipboard on there, and then the hardy backer they're putting down is yeah, we'll go up to that hopefully. It should be all set with a bit of luck. So yeah, as much as I can do on this one today. I lied, I've just found the wastegate on site, but I can't really do this today until all these walls have been tanked out. What I've got to do is put a waterproof membrane down after. So they'll plaster them walls, tank them out, then we can put our waterproof membrane down on top, and then we can clamp all these bits through, because like I said, there's a membrane that goes on. But I'll explain a little bit more when we come to do it. They just really wanted the tray down, this base setting up, so obviously they can get all this floor worked in. But yeah, they're not too bad. Obviously we've got seals that go up the side, you see, and I'm not really going to have anything to go to on that. But yeah, I think they're going for the underfloor heating as well. Somewhere in here it says about the underfloor heating. I've not actually done one with the Aquamat underfloor heating before, to be honest with you, but I don't think it'd be too bad. And then they're just your bits for lifting it up with the tiles, and then obviously the grill goes on top. So it's all fairly self-explanatory, but I just don't want to do that until them walls have been tanked, otherwise we're going to end up in a little bit of a mess, I think. But yeah, that's basically the installation anyway of the base, and then I'll pick up the next bit when we come to do it. Right, I've just screwed that base plate down on the outside. As I say, I'm going to leave it for today until they get them walls plastered. And as I say, I'll do all the tanking kit. I've got it all here, the waterproof membrane. As I say, if I try and stick them edges on, they're just not going to stick. Obviously, it really wants to go in front of the finished wall, and then obviously tile, you know, on top of the membrane. But yeah, you get the whole kit. It's pretty easy once you get going. But obviously, I'm just going to leave it for the time being. But at least that's all set up and ready to go. Obviously seals and stuff on there. But yeah, that'd be perfect for us.